He admitted to me that he did have cannabis grown in the house. He basically said to me he would give me 50, well, he pulled an amount of money out of his pocket, and he said there was £15,000 there.
Wow, cash, just
in cash,
out of his pocket.
Yeah, and he wanted to give me that just to leave him in the house for 2 weeks, because that was when the crop will be ready, and he reckoned it was 350,000 to $500,000 there in money. So,
yeah.
But I just basically told him to stuff his money, and I walked away from him. Got as far as the car, and he offered me £100,000.
£100,000.
If I left him there for another 3 months.
And then you said...
And I said, no, I don't want any money. I could do with it. Don't be wrong.
But I mean, who couldn't? We could all do it about 100 grand.
Yeah, it's like that. If I'd thought about it quick enough, I could have sold him the house for 100,000. Just signed over to him. I mean, people have told me I was stupid not to take the money. But but like I said, I'm not into drugs. I mean, never have been.
Yeah.
I've seen what they've done to a few of my friends. And I don't want it on the streets, especially around this area, you know what I mean? It's bad enough now.
Yeah.
I mean, never mind another £500,000 worth of cannabis on the streets.
I respect Phil for refusing the cash and taking a stand against the criminals who invaded his house.
It's good to touch the green, green grass of home.
I've decided it's time I checked out a raid for myself, so I can experience firsthand how police are tackling the criminals who've moved into the cannabis grow market. Before we set out, the team planned their raid using some surprisingly familiar tools.
And do you know what? From this quality of picture, if someone was growing cannabis in this house, we'd be able to tell.
From the shop?
From the picture.
Really?
Yeah. You'd see condensation on the windows.
Right.
And mould usually growing on the windows, but that looks quite mouldy on that one. So, all very innocent applications, but they're very useful to us, you know?
The thing is, whenever you get to someone's front door, you never know what's going to be on the other side. Yeah. More often than not, it's straightforward, but sometimes, you know, people aren't happy to see the police, and it's, so you just don't know what's going to happen. Condensation on the inside of the windows, that's what people say to you.
After a couple of knocks, there's no reply, so the order for the door to be smashed is given. However, it seems the person inside takes longer to answer than the police are used to.
Right, mate. That's a copy of the search warrant there for your record. Well, you've got a basement, have you?
Cannabis plants have been found inside, and while the suspect is being questioned, I'm given the all clear to investigate the crime scene myself.
John, what's going on in here?
There are some plants in here, not very many. You try not to touch electrics, so sometimes they can be a little bit iffy. Someone's got an awful lot of trouble for what is not very many plants. Well, obviously we'll check the rest of the house, but I mean, to me that suggests that that's just for itself. That's certainly not any kind of commercial scale or for supply or anything like that.
We found 6 of these little pots upstairs. This one's marked Flow Go, and they each contain what look like cannabis seeds.
It looks like he's a bit of a cannabis connoisseur, and he likes to try different species. I found some more of these around the house with the words such as gold, blue cheese on them. It's just different types of cannabis.
Where are we at now?
He's just going to be arrested by Sam for production, and it transpires as the police were only here a few weeks ago and they found exactly the same.
How many plants would he have had to have had down there for it to...
That's a problem we come across a lot, because no one will make a specific decision as to what number of plants constitutes something other than growing it for yourself, or what number of plants will constitute being concerned in a supply. So, but I mean,
isn't it?
That's this is Mum. Shall I tell her? No, maybe not. Yeah.
Those growing cannabis for personal use will often get a fine or community service. Commercial growers risk going to jail for up to 14 years. From this raid, it's clear there are still old-school stoners out there who love to grow a few plants for a hobby. But whether you're growing for yourself or you're growing to supply, in the eyes of the law, it's illegal.
If you got the money, I think it would be funny.
Recently, I've seen loads of high street shops that seem to be associated with the cannabis industry. I want to find out how they can be legal when smoking and growing cannabis isn't. I head down to Brighton to a shop called Skunk Works, run by some of the lads we met in the coffee shop in Amsterdam.
So me playing devil's advocate here in the background. Title of the name of the shop, Skunk Works.
Yeah.
Explain yourself.
Stick it on any computer, man, and it comes up as a small group of people working as a business, basically.
It's a business term.
All right, so Frank, say that I walk in off the street, I come up to you, behind the counter, and ask for a bit of skunk.
I'd probably do one or two things. I'd either just point because it's so pathetic I can't even waste a breath on telling you that it's stupid, or I'd rise to it probably and say, yeah mate, oh, and when I see them prize up I'd just say get out. Everyone knows it's illegal.
This shop is known as a head shop, specialising in smoking accessories. But I'd never realised just how versatile the products on sale could be. First up, the cookery range.
If you want to look down here, all these products are related to the kitchen. This particular one here is a herb grinder, yeah?
Yep.
Put your herbs that you're going to cook with.
Yeah, bit of oxo cube,
Yeah,
maybe.
whatever. Yeah. Grind it up, it's ready to go.
Right.
Yeah. There's multiple use for them. That's been one example. All the scales, you can use them for multiple reasons. Jewellery being one of the most popular ones just recently, with gold and stuff. This is the leaf in which a lot of people trust, okay? And it is just a leaf. We in no way promote the use of any of these leaf-like products. That's a 5-pack of Lowrider. Yep.
They may not sell cannabis here, but they do sell seeds, from which you can grow plants. Not that these seeds will be used for that purpose, of course.
So we can see like the word souvenir like, on a couple of the packages. What does that actually mean?
What is a souvenir? You know, a key ring. You know,
it can mean anything.
It can mean, yeah.
Take it home, sit on your mantelpiece.
Yeah.
You can sit and look at it. You can do whatever you want with it.
It's a present, mate. Bought you some seeds.
Thank you, mate.
Souvenir.
I'll put it on the mantelpiece.
There you go.
It's legal to sell them, so you sell them.
It's a bottom line, yeah, that is as simple as it gets. They're legal, we sell them, we give you no information on them, just tell you the price.
Yeah.
Take it or not.
Because Skunk Works sell cannabis seeds, they're not allowed to sell growing equipment, as that could be seen as encouraging people to cultivate cannabis. The lads have a separate shop in another town that sells everything you need if you did want to take up growing indoor plants as a hobby.
So Scott, if I was going to set up a home grow kind of project at home, what would I do?
Well, if you went for something sort of like this, I suppose, this system is like an auto watering one, so it saves you some time and effort. You set your pump up on a timer, basically it will drip feed each of the 4 pots when you want it to, sort of thing. 400 watt light would be sort of adequate enough for that. Then you have your ventilation system, all you're extracting that is just warm air, no smell at all.
Okay, and what would you call this type of setup, like from the bottom up?
Just, yeah, it's just a metre square tent setup, I suppose, man. Yeah, to grow big tomatoes with.
Did he say tomatoes? The truth is, the equipment sold here is standard kit in your average cannabis factory, although it can be used to cultivate any indoor plant.
My favorite vegetable.
What do you think about people that get your expert advice and will probably be using it to grow cannabis?
We're a business, if you want to come and buy, you know, pots and systems off us, NFT trays, whatever you want to buy, I'll sell it to you. But just, you know, if you start telling me it's for the cultivation of cannabis, I can't sell it to you.
I mean, look, there's nothing here is actually specifically designed to grow cannabis with, anyway.
No, definitely not. It's only a few weeks back that we had peppers and that. And it goes crazy.
Chilies,
we had peppers in the window on the aeroponics, and the amount you got off it was unbelievable. And we've had all sorts of stuff, olives. Like plenty of tomatoes.
Yeah, it might not look like your average gardeners, I suppose, but it's very interesting, obviously, growing plants.
It's just good fun, you know, like, anyone can do it.
Your favorite vegetable.
I'm not sure about the lads' enthusiasm for growing fruit and veg, but I am starting to see there's a massive grey area in the laws around cannabis cultivation. It's perfectly legal to buy and sell everything that's needed to grow cannabis. Yet the moment I put a seed in a plant pot, I'm breaking the law. Back in London, I'm off to meet a man called Phil Walsh, who's planted many cannabis seeds in his time and has the criminal record to prove it.
Hi, wicked. Come in. Oh, this is the garden area, which is where I used to grow, where the plants have been seized from on various occasions in my life. This one's normally for the sweet peppers and chilies, but this is the one that I'd normally have grown in previously.
Phil started growing when he was 17 and doesn't see it as a crime. In fact, he reckons it's the only way to guarantee he's smoking good quality gear.
So Phil, why did you decide to grow